Welcome to DowerChin.com. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at another product here. This is the Logitech Pro. It is a case keyboard combo for the Galaxy Note Pro, which is their 12.1-inch tablet. It's also for the Tab Pro. So, alright, let's take a look at what this thing's got. So this is actually a pretty sizable box. But it's also for a very sizable tablet, probably the biggest tablet on the market right now. Let's take a look at it, opening it up. Very nicely made box, and here we have the device. This is what we're all here for to see. Inside the box here, looks like we got a little spot here for probably a micro USB charging cable, and some instructions for basically setting up the tablet in it. So let's go take a look. Put the box away and put this thing down. Okay, so we can see that it's kind of got a I'm not sure how to describe this kind of material. It's not plastic, but it's kind of like it's almost like a fibery, like rough material. So it feels pretty tough. On this side over here, where the camera is, it's kind of a rubber. It's kind of like leather-like rubbery type material on it, and build quality feels pretty good. So from feeling from here, there are magnets over here, so it actually clasps shut, so has less of a chance of flying open with your tablets in there. So I'll know for sure once I get the tablet in this thing. So let's open this up. What we got here? So obviously the tablet fits in this spot over here, and the tablet will basically rock and place itself like so. But what we have here then is basically it's very similar to their ultra thin keyboards they have for the iPads and stuff. You got your traditional slot right here for the device to sit into, and it is very roomy. Wow, that's the first thing I'll have to say. It's quite roomy from where this thing is. I guess having the benefit of being a 12.2-inch tablet, you got a lot of room to play. So there's ample room for keys. This thing is pretty much just like a laptop keyboard, right? There's no getting around it. You have plenty of room. The chiclet keys laid out real nice. So I'm gonna have to put this in and try it out. So all right, taking a look real quick. It's actually relatively light. I'm actually surprised how light this is. You got the micro USB right there for the charging on-off switch and a sync button. And there's not much else to it. Now, the interesting thing here is you have a little loop here, which is kind of cool. So this is where you can probably stick your stylus in there if you don't want to actually park it back in. Or if I guess you can figure you can put it, under the pen or something along with it. Because once you close it up, it's a nice little folio you can carry around with you. So, all right. So I'm gonna put my tablet in this thing, sync it up, and we'll see what it performs. Stay tuned. Okay, so I've had a little bit of time to play around with Logitech's Pro Keyboard Case for the Note Pro, and so I'll give you my thoughts about it. It's actually it's a very nice keyboard. Once again, the build quality is quite nice. Uh, it's got a kind of a rubberized material on this one spot here where it actually bends, and this kind of like a very tough fabric like material that wraps around it, and so it's very strong. So now let's take a look at what it has to offer. So basically the tablet sits in the groove, and as you can see that it's got a very nice full size keyboard here, and turning this on and going right into something like we'll just show it Evernote just for the sake of being simple, and I can start a brand new note over here. Let's see if I can find where that is. Oh, right there. Sorry. Okay, so start a brand new note, and once I turn it on, it's already been synced. Once the system knows about it, it's enabled, and I can begin typing. So the keys are very comfortable to type on. Being spaced out this way it just gives you a lot of nice room to type. It's very comfortable to type. This keyboard. So what you see here, basically there are function keys for things for copying, pasting, as well as different globalization options if you have different languages installed. You have the home key here for going back and forth, back button, as well as a button that brings up all the applications that you're using to be able to pop back into things. key to bring up the web browser if you want to, and I'll just hit always for that. So I'll bring that up. So it's very, very nice. Button to bring up all the applications. If I get back to the home, there you go. Let's go back home. Bring up all the applications. Basically, bring up the calendar. So these are little hotkeys for different various functions. And it works quite well. This little part here, I believe, is something if you wanted to keep your S Pen out, you can do so. Although I don't know how beneficial that is, but I guess you can you can do that if you wanted to. The case itself, it's easy to get the tablet in and out because the primary areas for holding the device are pretty much up here. So it's got kind of a rubber strip over here and these are kind of like plastic guards for basically aligning the device into it. And so it kind of snugly fits in by simply fitting into those grooves and kind of forcing itself way into it. And it holds relatively well. It remains to be seen over time if taking it in and out will rub away at it and it becomes loose. Yeah, it does remain to be seen. Yeah, I can see that happening, but yeah, so far so good. So you can keep the tablet flat on top of it. It's got little bumpers on here as well. The problem I found with it is that because this is kind of a loose material, it's not solid. It can sway a bit, and so if you're not careful, it can fall off these little feet down here and fall on top of keys, and so you can start going over keys and have it do funny things on you, like make new calendar events. So, and it would have been it's part of it. It would have been nice if it had some ability to prop it up a little bit more at a different angle, a little higher. That would be kind of nice just for drawing purposes, but alas, it does not. And you basically can avoid all that by turning the keyboard off, and then you don't have to worry about that. So. And the charge seems to last quite a bit. I've charged it once so far, and I've used it in and out for quite a bit, and I still have a good charge. There's an LED over here that indicates how well if you're syncing, if it's flashing, it's syncing, or the state of the keyboard. The only thing I wish this keyboard had though was backlighting. I know. It probably sounds like a broken wheel about it because some of the other videos I complained about not having backlighting, but for a $130 keyboard. It's a nice keyboard, nice typing experience. It syncs up real fast. So it's not with the Note Pro, you don't have a whole lot of options, but for that price, I would have loved to have seen backlighting. And there's just a little extra that would make it just more awesome because it's a nice keyboard and it's just missing that one little feature that I think would have made it really stand out. So it's a nice keyboard, like I said. There aren't not a lot of choices for the Note Pro, and I think this is probably one of the better choices out there. But if I get my hands on another one, we'll take a look at it. But I think I've seen it for as low as a hundred, but retails for about $130. So here you have it. A look at Logitech's Pro Keyboard Case for the Note Pro. Thanks for watching.